playing against him and then some mutual friends. So I've known of him for a long time. And then when we played against him, got to know him a little bit and have a lot of respect for, what he's done with that program.
Chris, the changes in the coaching staff, how are you accommodating those, and how does that fit into this whole process?
Yeah, so Coach Choate will be with us. He'll be doing double duty. And he needs double duty. He's that guy that can probably do triple duty. It's hard to keep him pinned down in one spot anyway, so it'll be good for him with all the other things that he's thinking. And then at the receiver position, Bush Hamden, we'll elevate Bush for the bowl game, and who's been working with, as a quality control for us, and he'll coach the receivers there.
How surprised were you on Choate taking off, or was that?
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how happy we are for him. I don't think there's a better job, a more perfect fit than that job. As long as I've known him, he's never wanted to be the head coach at the University of Washington. He's wanted to be the head coach at, Montana State or one of those schools. That's where really he sees himself. That's his vision for what he wants to do with his life. And when that opportunity came up, we were so excited that he got this, because I think it's a slam dunk for Montana State.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be really good.
What do you lose with him leaving?
A lot, a lot. One, he's one of the better special teams guys in the country, and but just as a person and his energy and how he connects to everybody in the program, he's a special guy, and that's why he got that job. But this is a special place, and we'll get another special guy in here.
You filled
Make
it.
a call or two on his behalf over there?
I think a lot of us talked to some people over there, but we didn't have to do a lot of heavy lifting for that. I think when he went and spoke to him, I think they got a feel for him loud and clear.
And what were some of the factors in deciding to make a change at the receiver job?
I just really felt again hard. I think you guys know I go way back with him, and he is a really good person, and he's a good football coach. But just without getting into too much detail, really just kind of a new vision for what I think it should look like out there, and a new energy. I think that would help us, and it really kind of came down to that.
Do you have a timeline or a list of?
Definitely have a
those
list.
spots? Okay.
Definitely have a list, and so we'll be working on that, kind of throughout the next month, and get this thing taken care of.
When you deal with stuff like that and replacing coaches, especially at the end of the year, Chris, and you're trying to finish out a recruiting cycle
Yep.
as well, what's your experience with that in terms of how it may affect
Yeah.
the recruiting process, and especially the guys that he's
Yep.
already forged a lot of relationships with?
Yeah. It definitely has an effect, and not only with him, but with Coach Choate. Little bit different circumstances, but guys get tied into the coaches that are recruiting them. But we're always going to be up front, and we're not. When something has to happen, we'll tell the kids we're going to make a decision as soon as we can, and not be a last minute decision on that, and try to not make it as muddy make it as clean as we possibly can. But there's always an effect with it. But we also have to do what I feel is right at the end of the day, that's better for everybody, including the recruits.
Probably not a lot of defensive line / special teams coaches in the country. But when you replace that position, what exactly are you looking
Yeah,
for there?
And I think you're right. I don't really anticipate getting a defensive line, special team guru like Coach Choate. Coach Choate's coached a lot of positions. When I hired him at Boise, he was our running back coach. And he's coached our nickels and our outside backers, and now he's coaching D-line. He's just that type of guy that can do a lot of things. And so I don't know if there's a bunch of combinations where it's D-line special team. So we'll have to figure out, the combination on our staff here. If someone internally does it, or we get somebody outside. There's a lot of different factors of just saying how we do this.
You will coach in the bowl game?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
With your involvement, Chris, already in the special teams in terms of the return game and whatnot, is that something where you may just take a bigger role for the bowl game?
Well, we got Coach Choate here, so that's still his role. That's what.
But in terms of maybe Pease's role and maybe what he had done with special teams?
I think we feel good where we're at. Coach Choate will be back, and everybody has. You're trying to keep this thing as normal for the guys as we can, and I think it really is. It's different in the receiver room, but not that different. Bush knows exactly what we're doing, and those kids know him, and so that's going to be pretty smooth. And then special teams wise, you know, there's certain coaches that are helping Coach Choate on different units anyways. And so we'll keep that as consistent as we can through this last game.
Did the peace thing have anything to do with just the performance of the wide receivers and just their progress or lack thereof?
Well, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, every coach, including myself, is evaluated on the performance of the guys on the field. That's not the only thing, but, you know, or do we think we can take a step there, and is the performance what it needs to be? So it's, I mean, that's no different for me, and, you know, we think that we all have more to us on this deal, and we think we're heading the right direction, but we gotta get to the right destination, not just head in that direction.
How important is it for you, Chris, to fill vacancies as quick as possible? I mean, or is it?
It's important to get the right guys in here, and everybody likes to get them as quickly as we can, but the most important thing is we get the right guys, not that we got a guy a week or two, timeline, we sped it up a week or two and we got this done quickly. That will be a mistake. I mean, when we get the right guy, we get the right guy, and we go from there.
Thanks, everybody.